My wife said, I deserve a real vacation. Booked Paris with my college friends. Don't be clingy. I said, enjoy. Then I froze our joint credit cards for suspected fraud. 3 days later, she was stranded at Charles de Gaulle Airport with the French police holding her for unpaid hotel bills. I, 37 male, need to get this out while it's still fresh. 3 weeks ago, my wife Melissa, 35, dropped a bomb over breakfast. I booked a trip to Paris, she said, not looking up from her phone. Leaving next Thursday, 10 days. I blinked. Paris? When did we discuss this? We didn't. I'm going with college friends, Amanda and Jessica. You remember them? I did remember them, vaguely. Met them maybe twice in our 8 years of marriage. That's sudden. Don't we usually plan vacations together? She finally looked at me. That's the point. I need a real vacation. Not one of your boring weekend trips where we visit museums and go to bed by 9 p.m. I deserve something fun for once. The way she said it, like I'd been holding her hostage or something. Okay, I said slowly. How much is this costing? Don't worry about it. I'll use the joint card. Consider it an early birthday present to myself. Your birthday's in March. It's October. Whatever. Don't be clingy about this, okay? It's exhausting. She left for work 20 minutes later. I sat there with my coffee, feeling like I'd been slapped. 8 years of marriage and I'm clingy for asking basic questions about an international trip? I checked our joint credit card account that afternoon. She'd already booked flights. Business class, $4,200. Hotel reservation pending, looked like around $3,800 for the stay. Plus, she'd been hitting up luxury stores the past week. New luggage, new wardrobe, another $2,100, over 10 grand. For a trip she didn't discuss with me. That night, I tried talking to her again. Mel, about Paris. That's a lot of money. Maybe we should... Oh my God, here we go. You always do this. You make decent money but act like we're broke. I work too, you know. I contribute. I know you do, but nothing. I'm going. Deal with it. You can survive 10 days without me hovering over you. Something in her tone made me pause. This wasn't normal vacation excitement. This was aggressive, defensive. Over the next few days, I noticed things. Her phone was always face down now. She'd take calls in the other room, lots of giggling. One night, I walked in while she was texting and she literally jumped. Just Amanda, she said quickly, planning details. But I'd seen the contact name before she switched screens. Not Amanda, not Jessica. The name said DK. Thursday morning, she left. I drove her to the airport. She barely kissed me goodbye. Have fun, I said. Oh, I will. That smile. Something was off about it. I went to work, tried to focus. Couldn't. That name. DK. Who the hell was DK? Got home around 6 p.m. Melissa's laptop was still on the kitchen counter. She must have forgotten it. I shouldn't have. I know, but I opened it. Email was still logged in. I searched Paris, found it immediately. Hotel confirmation. Room booked under 2 names. Melissa last name and Derek Kimball. Derek. DK, not Amanda, not Jessica. Some dude named Derek. I went through more emails, found their entire conversation going back 4 months. Started innocent enough. He'd reached out via LinkedIn, said he went to college with her, lived abroad now. Then it escalated. Flirty messages, then explicit ones. Plans to finally meet in person in Paris. 10 days together, no interruptions. My hands were shaking. I screenshot everything, emailed it to myself. Then I called our credit card company. Hi, I need to report suspected fraudulent activity on my account. The representative was helpful, explained that my wife had made several large purchases recently, and I suspected identity theft or unauthorized use. They immediately froze the card pending investigation. Would take 5 to 7 business days to resolve. What happens if she tries to use it? It'll be declined. She'll need to contact us to verify her identity and the charges. Perfect. I didn't sleep that night. Part of me felt guilty. Most of me felt vindicated. Update 1, Saturday afternoon. 2 days into her trip, my phone exploded. 38 calls from Melissa, then texts started flooding in. Melissa, what did you do? My card isn't working. The hotel is threatening to call police. Answer your phone right now. I waited an hour, then called back. Hey, what's up? What's up? She was screaming. Background noise suggested she was in a public place. My card's not working. The hotel won't let us check out without payment. They're holding our passports. That's weird. Did you call the credit card company? Of course I called them. They said you reported fraud. They said the account's frozen. Oh yeah, I did. Someone's been using our card for suspicious purchases. 10 grand in a week? Obviously fraud. Silence. Then, you did this on purpose. Did what? Protected our finances from theft? Yeah, I did. You should be thanking me. You know it's me. You know I'm in Paris. Paris? Oh right, with Amanda and Jessica. Weird though. Why would the hotel booking show Derek Kimball's name? More silence. Longer this time. I can explain. I'm sure you can. Hey, you should probably handle the hotel thing. They take fraud seriously in France. I don't have money. My personal card only has $800 and I spent most of it already. The hotel bill is $1,900 for the 3 nights we stayed. Yikes, that's rough. Maybe Derek can help? He doesn't have that much either. His card got declined too. He thought I was paying. I almost laughed. So you brought your affair partner to Paris on my dime and neither of you can actually afford it? That's amazing. It's not. We didn't. Please, just unfreeze the card. I'll deal with everything when I get home. I promise. Can't. Fraud investigation takes 5 to 7 business days minimum. You've got 7 more days of vacation left though. I'm sure you'll figure it out. They're going to arrest me. Then you should probably call the embassy. I've got dinner plans. Safe travels. I hung up. She called 16 more times. I didn't answer. Sunday morning, I got a call from an international number. Answered it, thinking maybe it was her from a different phone. Hello. This is Officer Beaumont with the Police Nationale. I am calling regarding your wife, Melissa. My stomach dropped. Actual French police. Yes? She is being detained at the airport for failure to pay hotel accommodations. The hotel has filed charges. She claims you can verify the credit card situation. Officer, I reported suspected fraud on our joint account after seeing unusual charges. The card company froze it pending investigation. That's standard procedure. She says you did this deliberately to strand her. Sir, I had no idea she was in Paris. We're currently separated. The lie came easily. She took the card without permission for personal travel. I'm the primary account holder and had every right to report suspicious activity. He paused. This is a domestic matter, yes? It appears to be, yes. She must resolve the hotel debt. They will not press charges if she pays. But she cannot leave France until this is settled. We cannot force you to unfreeze your card. I understand. I hope you can resolve this. Thank you for calling. He hung up. I sat there for a minute. She was actually detained at the airport, couldn't leave the country. My phone buzzed. Text from a number I didn't recognize. Unknown, this is Derek. You need to fix this, man. Your wife is stuck at the airport. They took her passport. This is insane. My wife is home. You must have the wrong number. Don't play games. She's crying in a holding room. Just pay the damn hotel so we can leave. Why don't you pay it? You're the one who planned a romantic Paris getaway with someone else's wife. Unknown. I don't have that kind of money right now. I thought she was handling expenses. So you're broke and a homewrecker. Impressive combo. Look, I didn't know she was married. Married, she said you guys were basically separated. She lied. We lived together. Sleep in the same bed. I drove her to the airport Thursday morning. Very separated. Tell you what. You seem nice. I'll give you some advice. There's a US embassy there. They might help with emergency travel. Or you could call your credit card company and get a cash advance. Or pawn something. Good luck. I blocked the number. Update 2. By Monday, Melissa had found a way to contact me through her friend Amanda's phone. Amanda's phone. This is Melissa. Please. I'm begging you. I'll do whatever you want when I get home. Just pay the hotel. I've been here for 2 days. They won't let me leave the airport. Where's Derek? Amanda's phone. He left. Got a flight Sunday night. Said he couldn't afford to stay. So he abandoned you. Shocker. Amanda, I borrow Amanda's phone because mine died and I can't charge it. I have no money. I've been sleeping on airport chairs. This is inhumane. You cheated on me, lied to me, spent over 10 grand of our money on an affair. But I'm being inhumane? I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'll do anything. Please. Tell you what. I'll pay the hotel debt. Under one condition. Amanda's phone. Anything. You signed divorce papers. Clean break. No alimony. 60-40 asset split in my favor for the financial betrayal. You get your personal items in your car. I keep the house. That's not fair. I deserve half. You deserve jail time for fraud, but here we are. I need to think about it. Cool. Think about it in France. I'm going to bed. She called from Amanda's phone 63 times that night. I turned my phone off. Tuesday morning, I woke up to an email from an attorney. Melissa had somehow scraped together money to contact a lawyer from the airport. Legal letter demanding I unfreeze the card immediately or face legal action for financial abuse and abandonment. I forwarded it to my own attorney that I'd already consulted Sunday afternoon. Within 3 hours, my lawyer sent back a response, highlighted that I'd reported legitimate fraud concerns, that the card was joint with me as primary holder, that I had no legal obligation to fund her international affair, and that any claims of abuse were negated by her own fraudulent misuse of marital assets. Also included screenshots of her emails with Derek, showing premeditation of the affair and intentional deception. Her lawyer went silent after that. Wednesday, I got a call from Melissa's mom. Patricia, what the hell is wrong with you? My daughter is stranded in a foreign country. Your daughter is stranded because she flew to France with her boyfriend and expected me to pay for it. She made a mistake. You can't just leave her there. I can actually, and I am. You're cruel. I always knew you had a mean streak. Patricia, did she tell you she emptied $3,200 from our savings last month? I found the withdrawal records. Guess where that money went? Silence. She's been planning this for months. She stole from our joint accounts, lied about who she was traveling with, and committed fraud. I'm not the villain here. She's my daughter. Then maybe you should wire her money. I hear the hotel needs $1,900, plus she'll need new flights home. Probably another $2,000, and food and transportation while she waits. Figure another $500. Should only cost you about $4,400 total. I don't have that. Neither do I. Funny how that works. She hung up on me. Thursday, 6 days into Melissa's trip, I got a call from an airport social services number. A woman named Françoise who worked with stranded travelers. Your wife is in difficult situation, she said in accented English. She has been here 5 days now. This is becoming serious. She needs help. Ma'am, respectfully, this is a personal matter between us. She traveled here to meet another man using money she took from our accounts. I'm not responsible for her poor choices. Legally, no, but morally. Morally, she committed adultery and fraud. I'm divorcing her. She needs to figure this out herself. The hotel may press criminal charges if she does not pay soon. Then she should contact the embassy, her family, or her boyfriend. I can't help her. François sighed. I understand. This is a very sad situation. It is. Have a good day. Friday morning, exactly 1 week into the trip, I got a text from Melissa using someone else's phone. Different number. Unknown. I signed. I'll sign whatever you want. Please just get me home. Me fax the signed paperwork to my lawyer. Once he confirms, I'll pay the hotel and book your return flight. Economy. One way. Unknown. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught. I paid the hotel debt that afternoon. $1,900 wired directly to their accounts. Booked her a flight for Sunday, cheapest economy seat I could find. $890. Total, $2,790 to get my cheating wife out of France. Still cheaper than funding her 10-day affair vacation. Final update. Melissa landed back Tuesday morning. I wasn't at the airport. She took an Uber to what used to be our house. Her key didn't work. I'd changed the locks Monday. She knocked. I opened the door, didn't invite her in. She looked terrible. Hair greasy, clothes wrinkled, dark circles under her eyes. 5 days sleeping in an airport will do that. Can I come in? No, your stuff is in the garage. Boxes on the left. Are you serious right now? Dead serious. You signed the papers. My attorney filed them yesterday. You get your personal belongings, your car, and $28,000 from the house equity per the agreement. That's generous considering what you did. I can't believe you're doing this. 8 years of marriage and you throw it away like trash. The audacity made me laugh. Actually laugh. I threw it away? Melissa, you planned a Paris vacation with another man. You spent over 10 grand of our money. You lied for months. You got yourself arrested in France. I didn't throw anything away. You burned it to the ground. It was a mistake. One mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. This wasn't a mistake. Mistakes are accidental. This was 4 months of deliberate planning, lying, stealing, and cheating. You made about 1,000 choices that led to Paris. Each one was intentional. Her mom's car pulled up. Patricia got out, glaring at me. You got what you wanted. She signed your papers. Happy now? Not particularly, but I'm content. Melissa was crying now. Where am I supposed to go? Your mom's place, I assume, or Amanda's, or Derek's, if he'll still take you after abandoning you at the airport. He blocked me. Amanda won't return my calls. Jessica said I'm on my own. Sounds like your support system is as solid as your marriage vows. Patricia started loading boxes into her car. Melissa just stood there. I have nothing now. No home, no husband, barely any money once lawyer fees come out. You have your freedom. Wasn't that what you wanted? A real vacation away from boring me? I didn't mean. Yeah, you did. You meant all of it. You just didn't mean to face consequences. They finished loading. Melissa looked at me one more time. I hope you're satisfied. You humiliated me, left me stranded in a foreign country, destroyed our marriage. I didn't destroy our marriage. I discovered you already had. I just made sure you couldn't drag me down with you. She got in her mom's car. They drove away. I closed the door, locked it, and stood in my empty house. Our house. My house now. The divorce finalized 3 weeks later. She tried to fight the agreement, claimed she signed under duress. Judge reviewed the evidence, her emails with Derek, the financial records showing her unauthorized spending, the fraud report, everything. Denied her motion. Agreement stood. She got her $28,000, her car, her personal belongings, and no alimony. I got the house, most of the savings, and my dignity back. Cost me about $790 to get her home from France. Cost her 8 years of marriage, half the house equity, her reputation, and her affair partner, who bailed. The second things got difficult. Last I heard, she's working 2 jobs to afford a studio apartment. Derek moved to another country. Patricia still posts passive-aggressive things on Facebook about cruel men who abandon their wives, but most of our mutual friends unfollowed her after the full story came out. The $28,000 she got from the house equity? Heard through mutual acquaintances that she burned through it in 4 months. New apartment deposit, lawyer fees, credit card debt she'd racked up preparing for Paris. She tried to claim I owed her more, but my lawyer shut that down with the signed agreement. She attempted to refinance her car last month and got denied. Turns out that $3,200 she withdrew from savings before Paris. She'd also maxed out 2 store credit cards I didn't know about. Her credit score tanked. My attorney made sure I wasn't liable for any of her secret debt incurred during the marriage. Some people asked if I felt guilty, if leaving her stranded in France was too far. Here's the thing, I didn't strand her. She stranded herself. I didn't max out credit cards for an affair. She did. I didn't lie for 4 months. She did. I didn't book a romantic Paris vacation with someone else's spouse. She did. I just refused to fund it. The divorce cost me about $6,800 in attorney fees. The house buyout cost me $28,000. Total, $34,800 to end an 8-year marriage. But I kept the house I'd paid 80% of the down payment for, kept my retirement accounts, kept my peace of mind. And I exposed someone who thought she could have both the security of marriage and the thrill of an affair without consequences. Was it petty to freeze the card exactly when I did? Maybe. Do I regret it? Not even slightly. Some acts of entitlement deserve to be met with equivalent consequences. She wanted a real vacation? She got one, just not the one she planned. Turns out being stuck in an airport for 5 days gives you a lot of time to think about your choices. Shame it didn't lead to any actual self-reflection on her part. I'm selling the house next month. Too many memories, good and bad. Got a solid offer already, $45,000 over what we paid. All mine, starting fresh somewhere new, no regrets, no looking back, and definitely no more joint credit cards. My fiancé said, I'm not ready to marry you yet. I want to date other people first. I said, understood. I canceled the venue, got a refund on the ring, and blocked her. When she came back ready a month later, I was already gone. I, 31 male, was supposed to get married in 4 months. Had the venue booked, invitations ordered, honeymoon planned. My fiancé, 29, and I had been together for 3 years, engaged for 8 months. Everything seemed fine until last Tuesday. We were having dinner at her place when she hit me with it. I need to talk to you about something, she said, pushing her pasta around the plate. I've been thinking a lot lately. My stomach dropped. Nothing good ever starts with, I've been thinking. I love you. I really do. But I'm not ready to marry you yet. I put my fork down. What do you mean? I mean, I've only ever been with you and one guy in college. I need to know if this is really what I want. If you're really the one. We're engaged, I said slowly. We've been planning a wedding. I know, and that's why I need to figure this out now before we're legally tied together. I want to date other people first, just for a few months. See what else is out there. I stared at her. You want to sleep with other guys, and then decide if you want to marry me. Don't make it sound so crude. I just need to explore my options. You're the only serious relationship I've had as an adult. What if I marry you and always wonder what I missed? So break up with me. No, I don't want to break up. I just want a break. A pause. We can still be engaged, just not exclusive for a bit. The audacity was breathtaking. She wanted me to wait around while she tested other options, then come back and marry me if nothing better came along. Let me get this straight, I said calmly. You want an open relationship for a few months. I'm supposed to wait while you date around. Then if you decide I'm good enough, we get married? It's not like that. You can date too if you want. It's only fair. I don't want to date other people. I chose you. That's what engagement means. She got defensive. Why are you being so closed-minded? Lots of couples do this. It's healthy to explore before making a lifetime commitment. My therapist even said, Your therapist knows about this? I've been talking to her about my concerns for a few weeks. She suggested I be honest about my needs. Few weeks. She'd been planning this. Okay, I said. I understand. She blinked. You do? Yeah. You're not ready to marry me. You want to see what else is out there. That's clear. So you're okay with it? I didn't say that. I said I understand. Thanks for being honest. I stood up, grabbed my jacket. Where are you going? Home. Need to think. But we're not done talking. Actually, we are. You made your position clear. Now I need to figure out mine. Drove home in a daze. Got to my apartment around 9 p.m. and just sat on the couch staring at the wall for maybe an hour. Then something clicked. Clarity hit. She didn't want to marry me. She wanted a safety net while she shopped around. And if I agreed to this, I'd be telling her that was okay. That I'd accept being her backup plan. Screw that. Started making calls. First the venue. Explained the situation. Wedding was off, needed to cancel. Lost the $2,000 deposit, but avoided the $15,000 balance. The coordinator was sympathetic, said it happens more than people think. Then the jeweler. Had the receipt, ring was in perfect condition. They agreed to take it back for 85% refund. Lost $750 on a $5,000 ring, but got $4,250 back. Could live with that. Caterer, another $1,500 deposit gone, but saved $8,000. Photographer, $500 deposit lost, saved $3,000. By midnight, I'd canceled everything. Lost about $4,200 total in deposits, but saved roughly $26,000 in upcoming payments. Honestly worth it. Blocked her number, blocked her on Instagram, Facebook, everything. Changed my locks, she had a key. Emailed my family and close friends. Wedding's off. She wanted to date other people first. I'm handling it, need some space. Slept better that night than I had in weeks. Update 1. 1 week later, she tried calling 23 times the morning after our dinner. When blocking stopped working, she started using other numbers. I didn't answer any of them. Her best friend showed up at my apartment on Thursday evening. Let's call her the messenger. We need to talk about my friend, the messenger said when I opened the door. No, we don't. She's devastated. You blocked her. She can't reach you. That was intentional. Don't you think you're overreacting? She was just being honest about her feelings. You're punishing her for being vulnerable. This narrative was interesting. I was the bad guy for not playing along. She told me she wanted to date other men before marrying me. I canceled the wedding and moved on. That's not punishment, that's consequence. She didn't mean it like that. She was just scared. Pre-wedding jitters. Then she should have said, I'm having cold feet, not, I want to see what other dicks are out there. The messenger flinched. You're being cruel. Am I? Or am I just not being a doormat? She loves you. She made a mistake bringing it up wrong. Just talk to her. I've heard everything I need to hear. She's not ready to marry me. Message received, weddings canceled. You canceled it? Yeah, venue, caterer, photographer, everything. Got the ring refunded too. Her jaw dropped. You can't do that without talking to her. Actually, I can. The deposits were from my account. The ring was purchased by me. All in my name. But she's been planning this wedding for months. She should have thought about that before asking for a hall pass. The messenger tried a few more tactics: guilt, anger, bargaining, told me I was throwing away something special, that my fiancé was going through something and needed support, that I was being selfish and immature. Tell her to lose my number, I said, and closed the door. Got a Facebook message that night from her mom. The mom had always liked me, so this was more diplomatic. I heard what happened. My daughter told me everything. I think you both need to talk this through calmly. She's very upset and confused. Can we meet for coffee? I actually replied to this one. With all due respect, your daughter told me she wasn't ready to marry me and wanted to date other people. I took her seriously. There's nothing to discuss. I wish her well. She's been crying for 3 days straight. She didn't mean she wanted to break up. She meant she wanted me to wait around while she tested the market. I'm not interested in being someone's backup plan. I'm sorry she's upset, but she made her choice. You're being very rigid about this. Relationships require flexibility and forgiveness. They also require respect. She didn't respect me enough to consider how her request would make me feel. Just expected me to accept it. She didn't respond after that. Meanwhile, I was dealing with the aftermath logistics. Some of our friends were mutual. Had to explain the situation multiple times. Most people were supportive once they heard the full story. A few thought I was being harsh. Dude, she probably just got scared, one buddy said. Girls freak out before weddings all the time. If she was scared, she could have said that. She specifically said she wanted to date other people. Not, I'm nervous, or I need time. She wanted to shop around. Maybe you should have given her a few days to calm down. Maybe she should have thought before asking her fiancé to be okay with her sleeping with other guys. He dropped it after that. The weirdest part was how many people expected me to fight for her. To chase her, convince her, prove I was worth choosing. Like this was some romantic gesture on my part. But here's the thing. I'm 31 years old. Too old for games. If someone tells me they don't want to marry me, I believe them. I'm not going to beg someone to choose me. Got another message Friday night, unknown number, but clearly her. I know you're angry, but please just talk to me. I made a mistake. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I love you. I want to marry you. Please give me a chance to explain properly. I didn't respond. Nothing to explain. She meant exactly what she said. She just didn't expect me to have self-respect about it. Update 2. 3 weeks later. Things escalated in ways I didn't expect. Apparently, she'd been telling people a very different version of events. My cousin called me. Hey, so I heard you called off the wedding because your fiancé asked for couples therapy? That's kind of extreme, man. Who told you that? Her aunt posted something on Facebook about how sad she was that you wouldn't work on the relationship. Cool. So now I was the villain who refused therapy. Had to message my family with the actual story. She didn't ask for couples therapy. She asked to date other people for a few months before the wedding. I said no and canceled everything. Just so we're all clear. My mom called immediately. She asked for what? Explained the whole conversation. Mom was pissed. That girl has some nerve. You did the right thing, honey. The misinformation campaign continued though. Her friends were spreading the story that I abandoned her during a mental health crisis, that I was controlling and inflexible, that she'd had one moment of doubt and I blew up the whole relationship. One of her friends confronted me at the grocery store, literally cornered me in the produce section. You know she's been having panic attacks, right? Because of you? Because of me? Because you just disappeared, blocked her. She was trying to communicate her feelings and you punished her for it. She communicated that she wanted to date other men. I took her seriously. She was scared. She needed reassurance. She needed permission to cheat. I declined to provide that. It wouldn't have been cheating if you agreed. Exactly. And I didn't agree. So she'd have to choose, marry me or don't. She's mad I didn't give her a third option. This friend looked at me like I was crazy. You really don't see how cruel you're being? Cruel would be stringing her along, making her think we're getting married while she dates around, wasting more of her time and mine. She wanted honesty in the relationship. Great. I honestly don't want to marry someone who sees me as a backup plan. Super honest. She huffed and left. But the real entitlement showed up last weekend. I was at a bar with some buddies watching the game when she walked in. With a guy. They sat 2 tables away. She kept glancing over, clearly wanting me to notice. The guy was tall, decent looking, exactly the kind of guy you'd expect someone to explore their options with. My friends noticed. Bro, is that her? Yep. With another dude? Yep. That's cold. That's what she wanted. We went back to watching the game. But she wasn't done. 20 minutes later, she walked past our table to go to the bathroom. Stopped right next to me. Hi, I looked up. Hi, can we talk? I don't think your date would appreciate that. He's not my date. He's just a friend. Qley. She waited for me to say more. I didn't. So you're really just done? Not even going to hear me out? I heard you out 3 weeks ago. You made your position clear. I was confused. I made a mistake. Okay. Okay, that's all you have to say? What do you want me to say? You wanted to date other people. Now you're here with another guy. You're getting what you asked for. He's just a friend. I'm not dating him. Doesn't matter to me either way. We're not engaged anymore. Her eyes filled with tears. You're really going to throw away 3 years because I had one moment of doubt? You didn't have doubt. You had a whole plan. You'd talked to your therapist about it for weeks. This wasn't some spontaneous panic. It was a thought-out decision. I was wrong. Probably. But you still felt it. And now you're free to figure out what you actually want. What I want is you. 2 weeks ago, you wanted to date other people first. Can't have both. She was full on crying now. Her friend came over, looking uncomfortable. Everything okay here? He asked. We're fine, I said. She was just leaving. He led her away. My friends were staring. Dude, that was ice cold, one of them said. Was it? She brought a date to a bar she knew I'd be at. That's calculated. Think she was trying to make you jealous? Probably. Didn't work. Got a text later that night from another unknown number. You're a piece of garbage. She loved you and you threw her away like trash. You'll regret this when you're old and alone. Hope you're happy. Blocked it. But here's what got me. The sheer entitlement of expecting me to fight for her. She asked to date other people. I respected that choice by removing myself from the equation. Now she was mad I wasn't chasing her? Wasn't begging her to come back? The cognitive dissonance was amazing. Final update, 5 weeks later. It's been over a month since the dinner that ended everything. Time for closure, I guess. She showed up at my apartment 2 weeks ago. Knocked for 10 minutes straight until my neighbor threatened to call the cops. Through the door, I know you're in there. Please just talk to me. I'm ready now. I want to marry you. I opened the door. She looked rough, makeup smeared, sweatpants, hair in a messy bun. The guy from the bar apparently lasted exactly 1 week before telling her he wasn't interested in anything serious. I'm ready to get married, she said. I worked through my issues. I know what I want now. It's you. It's always been you. That's great, I said. I'm happy you figured it out. So can we start planning again? I know we lost the deposits, but we can find new vendors. No, she stopped mid-sentence. What? I'm not marrying you. But I'm ready now. Good for you, I'm not. What does that mean? It means I spent the last month realizing I don't want to marry someone who sees me as a safety net, who needs to shop around to make sure she's getting the best deal. I don't see you that way. I made a mistake. You did, and I made a decision based on that mistake. I'm not going backwards. You're just being stubborn, punishing me. I'm being honest. You showed me how you think. I believe you. But I love you. Maybe you do, but you don't respect me, and I can't build a marriage on that. She started sobbing. Please don't do this. I'll do anything. I'll go to couples therapy, I'll sign a prenup. Whatever you want. I want someone who never doubted whether they wanted to marry me in the first place. That's not fair. Everyone has doubts. Sure. But everyone doesn't ask their fiancé for permission to date around. There's a line. Her mom called me the next day. The conversation went about how you'd expect. You're being incredibly cruel to my daughter. She admitted she was wrong. What more do you want? Nothing. I don't want anything from her. So you're just going to walk away from 3 years? She walked away when she asked to date other people. I just made it permanent. She was scared. She was being honest about her fears and you abandoned her. With respect, she wasn't scared of commitment. She was scared of settling. Big difference. You're going to regret this. Maybe. But I won't regret wasting more time on someone who wasn't sure they wanted me. She hung up. The mutual friends mostly picked sides. About 60-40 in my favor, which honestly was better than I expected. The ones who sided with her kept pushing the "he wouldn't forgive one mistake" narrative. The ones who got it understood this wasn't about forgiveness, it was about self-respect. Had one last encounter yesterday. Ran into her at a coffee shop. She was with the messenger. They were in line when I walked in. Saw them, almost left, decided I had just as much right to be there as they did. She didn't approach me, just stared. I ordered my coffee, waited at the other end. When my order came up, she was suddenly standing next to me. "I'm seeing someone," she announced. "Cool, he's a lawyer, very successful, treats me amazing." "That's great, hope it works out." "Bet you regret your decision now." I looked at her, really looked at her, saw the pain behind the bravado, the desperation for me to care. "I don't," I said honestly. "I hope you're happy, I really do." "You don't mean that." "I do, I'm not mad at you anymore. You did me a favor, actually." "How?" "You showed me exactly who you are before we made a legal commitment. That's a gift." She didn't have a response. I grabbed my coffee and left. As for me, I'm okay. Not great, not terrible. Still processing everything. Sold my couch because she'd picked it out and I hated looking at it. Repainted the bedroom. Small changes that helped. Not dating yet. Not ready. But I'm not closed off to it either. Just taking time to reset. Learned a few things from this mess. 1. When someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. 2. Self-respect isn't negotiable. 3. You can't compromise on fundamental relationship values. 4. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. Lost about $4,200 in deposits total. Worth every penny. That money bought me clarity and saved me from a marriage that would have ended badly anyway. She wanted to explore her options before committing. She's free to do that now, just not with me waiting around for her. People keep asking if I'll take her back if she keeps trying. The answer's no. Not because I'm stubborn or holding a grudge, because she fundamentally didn't respect me enough to consider how her request would make me feel. She just expected me to accept it. I deserved better than that. Took me 31 years to really understand that, but I got there. As for her, last I heard through mutual friends, the lawyer she was seeing lasted 2 weeks. Apparently she spent most of their dates talking about me. He got tired of it and ended things. She's back on the apps now. Still telling people I'm the one who got away. Still painting me as the bad guy who wouldn't forgive her one moment of weakness. Whatever helps her sleep at night. Me, I sleep fine, because I know I made the right call. She wanted to see what else was out there before settling for me. Now she gets to find out, just without me as a safety net. Sometimes the best revenge is just living well and letting people face the natural consequences of their choices. That's it. That's the whole story. Wedding that never happened, relationship that ended with one conversation, and a month of dealing with the fallout. No dramatic confrontations, no epic revenge, just a guy who respected himself enough to walk away when someone showed him they didn't value him. And honestly, that's enough.